Lore dump.
Hello and welcome to Lore Dump, the show where we take someone who hasn't played a game and we walk them through the full story. I am Monty Zander, your narrator, and I'm joined by...
Chase.
And...
Neil!
Yes, and today we are covering Mortal Kombat Gold.
Yes.
Gold!
Always believe in your soul.
Sweet.
You got the power to go.
What is happening?
You're indestructible.
Did you two
always believe
Did you plan
it?
Nope.
It's just what happens people in the UK when that song comes on.
That
Great
came
song.
way too fucking insane. That was terrifying. That was horrifying.
So, Mortal Kombat...
We're going to get copyright struck for that. But then maybe I'm overestimating our singing ability. I don't think anything's going to pick us up.
Mortal Kombat Gold, otherwise known as Mortal Kombat 4.
Oh, so it's not a spin-off. It's... Why is it not Mortal Kombat 4?
Because who cares?
Well,
at
why
this
does it have a
point?
real name?
Chaos. I'll tell you why it's chaos. Well, no, there's a bit of a backstory to this. So,
Why does this have a worse logo and title than 3?
yeah, it looks worse too. You'll see in a minute. I can't wait to
Yay.
show you some of these cutscenes. And the fighting, the actual animation of the fighting looks dog shit. So, 1998 is when Mortal Kombat 4 came out. For those of you who are maybe just jumping in here for some reason, we've covered 1, 2, 3, the spin-offs of Mythology and Special Forces, and we also jumped into Mortal Kombat in the DC Universe, which is technically Mortal Kombat 8, and currently your least favorite.
We did not care for that one.
Dog shit.
Yeah, not a great one. But it is what it is, and it hopefully just gives you a bit more of a sense of like some of these your main cast and what they're like. So, 1998, Mortal Kombat 4 released on arcade
that have been-
systems.
My first Mortal Kombat.
Right? What was your first Mortal Kombat?
This one, 98. Babby's first Mortal Kombat.
You mean you were born in 1998? Not that you started playing it then.
No, I did not mean that me at a year old picked up a controller and started playing.
Fatality.
It's okay because it has baby-talities and friendships.
Yes, yes. So yeah, this released on arcade systems, but it was kind of approaching that era where arcades were starting to die off a bit because home consoles were so common. So it was later ported to consoles. So it was Mortal Kombat 4 on arcade. On console, it's Gold. So we're doing Gold because that has all the new stuff. It was released on the Dreamcast. You can tell, frankly. I'm going to be using Mortal Kombat Gold as the basis of our lore because it's the most up-to-date version.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
after you, please.
Oh, thank you. Were these generally like Sega games
They were kind of all over,
in terms of the
really.
releases?
Dreamcast, then PlayStation. It honestly jumped around a lot.
Nintendo, but they censored it.
Yeah, and then Nintendo censored it, so they never really went back to
yeah.
Nintendo.
What I was going to ask was, can I assume that the drop in visual quality is due to them attempting to move away from the sprite
Yes.
real actors to a full 3D?
This is a full 3D
Which
game.
I can't remember if we said this on off mic. We had the kind of cutscene from when we did Mortal Kombat versus DC, and as much as obviously it looks a million times better in some ways, I was kind of missing the charm of our daft little sprites, and
100%, yeah.
no attempt for it to look all that realistic.
We're very much leaving sprite territory now,
Yeah.
but they do get better. After this one, they do get better as we go along. They do, I promise that. Yeah, they're. I like Mortal Kombat Gold. I don't like playing it. I think the cutscenes are ridiculous. I think you'll really enjoy this one. So,
Okay.
we've got Kitana on the screen, just to give you a bit of a sense. Kitana's probably one of
That's
the-
who that is.
Yeah, we've got Princess Kitana.
Never seen her face before, probably.
That was my point. She never masked.
She's one of the best looking characters in this game. Everybody else looks
Right,
like
keep it in your
Sir-
pants.
no, I mean like
Certified
everyone else
baddie?
is rectangles combined.
Oh.
It's terrible. You'll see in a minute.
And she is circles combined.
She is circles combined because every woman is a big booba lady in this.
Girl, are you circles combined or what?
So let's kick into it. On a mountaintop in the heavens, the thunder god Raiden stands in the middle of a storm.
Oh, shit. It looks really
This is what it
bad.
looks like. Yeah, it's not
well.
good. And the voice acting is awful, but yeah. So he goes, thousands of years ago, in a battle with the fallen elder god known as Shinnok, I was responsible for the death of an entire civilization.
What? Raiden the Genocider.
Way to bury the lead earlier, Raiden. What?
Jesus.
I have a detail on that I
Yeah,
won't
he's
tell
trying
you.
to fucking tell other people off for.
You will find
almost
out.
messing up.
You will find out what that civilization is later, and I swear you will. Right now, if you even tried, you couldn't theorize what it is. It's madness.
I think it's the fascist realm that we've not seen yet.
No. To rid all realms of Shinnok's menace, he says, I waged a war that plunged the earth into centuries of darkness and banished Shinnok to the Nether Realm. Now, after Shao Kahn's defeat at the hands of Earth's warriors, Shinnok has managed to escape his confines in the Nether Realm. The war is being fought once again. Only this time, it will be won by mortals. Dun dun dun. So, Shinnok is our bad guy.
What if
Here's
they...
Shinnok and Quan Chi.
He somehow still looks like a middle manager, though. How did he get the amulet back?
Well, years ago, Raiden stripped Shinnok of its powers and sealed them inside the amulet of Shinnok, the Damulet. Shao Kahn now lies in disgrace in Outworld, licking his wounds. It seems that after the events of Mortal Kombat 3, the sorcerer Quan Chi finally used the amulet of Shinnok to release Shinnok from the Netherrealm. He just did.
My big problem with these two, and I think Chase kind of alluded to it there, I think Quan Chi looks like way more like a big bad than Shinnok does. Shinnok looks just
He
meh.
looks like Kratos.
Quan Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he starts looking more and more like Kratos now. Hey, look, at least it's an easy way for you to identify Quan Chi. Shinnok, look, there's so many Mortal Kombat games. You will see Shinnok again when we hit Phase 2 in like...
Oh, there's phases.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to do Phase 1 today, and we'll cover Phase 2 probably 2026. Start of 2026, we'll be covering Phase 2. And when you see him like in your PS3 graphics and stuff, he does look really cool. He's a really cool villain design. Right now, this is not a good look for Shinnok, so sorry, Shinnok. But basically, don't question it. Quan Chi finally decided just to use the amulet and let Shinnok leave the Netherrealm. He's out and about. Oh, no.
Raiden had the amulet.
Well, he did.
Yeah. Yeah. he did.
He just does now.
Raiden fucking sucks.
No, let me guess, it'll be someone else's fault.
Shinnok's first target in his big attack was Edenia, the home of Queen Sindel and Princess Kitana. Remember how at the end of Mortal Kombat 3 we freed the people of Edenia and they were preparing for a counter-assault against Shao Kahn? Well, that's going to have to wait because we've got a new character to introduce. This is Tanya. Tanya is the daughter of Edenia's realm ambassador. For reasons that are frankly never explained, she betrays Edenia.
Okay.
She just does. She's on
Just a bad egg.
Yeah, she's a bad
She's seen the other realm. She went, I don't rate this one.
Pretty much, yeah. She's on Shinnok's team.
Sick of trees.
Yeah, all this nice stuff.
She wants fire and mountains.
So the way she does this is the way that Shinnok starts his assault is Tanya goes to Queen Sindel and Princess Kitana, and she's like, "Oh, there's a group of refugees who need to be saved because of our war against Shao Kahn, all that stuff," and they agree to her opening a portal to let them through. Turns out that those refugees were just Shinnok and Quan Chi. They walk through the portal. Our gruesome twosome swiftly conquer Edenia. Shinnok's forces are led by the Tarkatan Baraka, who's the man with the bones pop out. He's got the big mutant face. And the fierce strength of him and his people swarm through Edenia and wipe out Queen Sindel's forces. Sindel and Kitana are locked away in the dungeon. And that is the preamble. Cue Mortal Kombat 4. Liu Kang. Earth, there's Liu Kang.
He's alive again.
Yeah, he actually doesn't look too bad in this game.
He didn't die.
No, so Kung Lao died. Liu Kang is alive.
No, Raiden killed Liu Kang.
In
last game.
Mortal Kombat
That
DC.
didn't
Yeah.
happen. That
In the
was-
Pocket Universe.
In the Pocket Universe, yeah. So in this one, he's still alive. So he has taken it upon himself to honor the memory of his good friend Kung Lao. He restructured the Shaolin Temple after it was destroyed in Mortal Kombat 3 and has started training up Shaolin monks for future threats.
Looks cozy.
That training is quickly interrupted. In the mountains near his temple, he spars with a new recruit, a new character, Kai. Kai is
what's his name from
Jarek.
2. That's Jarek.
That's got to be Jarek.
That's Jarek.
it's not Jarek.
It is Jarek. Look
He
at
has
his
the
face.
same face.
Even the goatee.
Jarek is a white man and this is a black man.
Oh, okay.
For a start. But yes, it's not Jarek. Don't worry about Jarek. Okay, I think he's in this game. I can't remember.
Okay.
He will appear.
They're related somehow because they got the same facial
I'm
structure.
going to tell you right now that Kai does not matter.
Oh, okay, we'll drop
He is
it.
a new character. He's not important.
He
But
rips people in half.
yeah, he's a great warrior. His fatality is that he picks his enemy up and literally just tears them in half. Before he found Liu Kang, he spent years traveling the world and learning under Earth's greatest martial artists. Liu Kang kicks him to the ground. They're just training together. And he goes, "Come on, Kai, you can do better than that." Boom! A bright light in the distance. What looks like a meteor crashes to the ground. Liu Kang and Kai go to investigate, and they see a white-haired figure lying in a crater. This guy's crashing to the ground. He's got white hair and he's got the white eyes like a god. And we hear a deep rumbling voice. It's Raiden who says, "That is Fujin, the god of wind." So Raiden is Earthrealm's protector, thunder god. Fujin is not Earthrealm's protector, but he is another god. He's another like lesser god.
On the same level as Raiden.
Maybe like one pedestal below because he's not Earthrealm's protector.
Right,
But
okay.
basically, power level wise, they're pretty much the same.
Okay.
Fun fact about Fujin: Sub-Zero in Sub-Zero mythologies, Fujin is one of the bosses that you fight. He gets no dialogue. He barely gets a name. He just shows up. You fight him. He's the Wind Man, and he's guarding the temple.
Okay.
Yeah. So but don't worry too much about it. But this is Fujin, and he's just crashed into Earthrealm. Raiden appears. High in the heavens, he single-handedly fought back a horde of Shinnok's forces when they invaded the realm of the Elder Gods. Fujin gasps awake. It was a sneak attack. Somehow he gained access by going through Edenia. Edenia, Liu Kang mutters. That's Kitana's world. I've got to help her. Patience, Liu, Raiden booms. The Elder Gods have been weakened by Shinnok's attack. Fujin and I must go there and try to protect them. You, as Earthrealm's protector, must gather Earth's warriors and go to Edenia together. With a crack of lightning, Raiden and Fujin vanish off to the heavens.
So the Elder Gods are kind of weak as shit.
Yeah, Shinnok's a fallen Elder God, remember? And yeah, he's just like rampaged. He just kind of took them by surprise, and he's not wiped them out, but he's kicked their ass. So yeah, wait! Kai calls after them. How do we find Earth's warriors? How do we get to Edenia? Relax, Kai. Liu Kang gives him an easy smile. We'll find a way. Things just seem to happen when Raiden's around. Which is just a sum up of basically Raiden likes a portal in, portal out, portal in,
That's
portal
quite
out.
a Goku line, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's very Goku. Jumping back a few hours, Sonya Blade is in Shanghai battling Jarek, the last known member of the Black Dragon.
okay.
So Jarek's back. Here you go. So he's there. He's the last known member of the Black Dragon. You'll remember that basically they've been wiped out by special forces by this point, and Kano is now in Outworld, like working and weapons dealing and doing stuff in Outworld. So yeah, that's all happening. After Sonya kicked their leader Kano off a skyscraper, Kano retreated to Outworld to work for a weakened Shao Kahn. In his absence, the Black Dragon has fallen apart. Jarek is the last remnants of a dying group. Screw you, witch! Jarek sneers as he knees Sonya in the face. You may have nailed everyone else, but you ain't getting me! He knocks her to the ground and races off to his motorbike. You're lucky I don't kill chicks! So yeah, he speeds off into the distance, and as he does,
Hey,
Sonya...
maybe sexism isn't always a bad thing. You know? Just saved my life.
Yeah, not great. He speeds off in the distance, and as he does, Sonya gets a call from Jax. He tells her an anomaly has flashed up near Liu Kang's temple. He's sending in a chopper to take her there, quote, piloted by an old friend.
That's not ominous.
Hey, Sonya, Johnny Cage shouts, landing the chopper.
You're dead!
Long time no see.
You're in heaven!
Johnny? Sonya gasps. What the hell are you doing here?
No!
It turns out...
No! Just a little research for my latest movie. Fuck you!
After he died at the end of Mortal Kombat 3, Johnny watched the realms peacefully from heaven. Seeing that Shinnok was conquering Edenia and battling the Elder Gods, he contacted Raiden and asked him to bring him back to life so he could help in the coming battle. Raiden agreed, so now he's here.
Hang on. There's so many. Surely the great hero from 1,000 years ago could be brought back to life to help then. Yeah, original Kung Lao and like other Kung Lao who died. Unless we're implying they're in hell.
No, so Johnny's like...
Shut up.
Johnny's back to life. This also implies that Raiden has the power to just bring his friends back to life whenever he wants.
We'll bear that in mind.
I guess maybe it's because he's in heaven rather than Netherrealm. Who knows? So regardless... Cage is like, I'm doing research for a new movie, Massive Strike. It's about two special forces agents that fall in love. Dream on, Cage, Sonya scoffs, climbing into the back of the chopper. Massive Strike out, maybe. Strike out.
She's done him there.
She got him. They fly over the crater and join Liu Kang, Kai, and Sub-Zero, who also happen to be in the area, I guess. He's just here.
Sure.
Then whoosh, a portal opens to Edenia, and our cast of heroes head through preparing for combat. If you're just listening along and you haven't been looking at the pictures, you'll notice I've been using comics as a big reference here, because none of this happens in the game. This is all comic stuff that ties into what's about to happen. It just fleshes out who these characters are and why
So
they're here.
in game, does Johnny Cage just come back with no explanation?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
You find out like
Oh
in
my
his
God.
epilogue, I think, or something like why he's here is nonsense. So everyone's getting ready. A portal opens to Edenia. Our cast of heroes head through and prepare for combat. This is where the game begins. On the side of the good guys, we have Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Jax, Liu Kang, Kai, Sub-Zero, and the Black Dragon member Jarek, who
Sure.
is somehow brought along for the ride. Do not question it. I have no further information.
Okay.
He's just here.
I'm not gonna lie. None of them look nearly as bad as you made them out to be.
Do you think? Maybe it's when you see them in motion.
They
They're
look
worse.
dated, sure, but they don't. None of them
It might
bad.
be the animation that's worse.
The animation really makes them bad. They all kind of walk like stiff, very stiff. You know, really, really not great. Their limbs don't really move when they shoot.
For any sort of wrestling fans, Johnny Cage in this picture looks a little bit like sort of 2006 AJ Styles. That's not for it's a useless thing to say because it's not for anyone in the room right now.
Yeah. On the side of Shinnok, we have Tanya and Quan Chi.
Right.
But some other familiar faces have joined them.
He's rocking the hands in pocket look.
So we've got Reptile. After Shao Kahn was defeated,
That's not what you look like.
this is Reptile's official look now. Moving forward, he will always look like this.
Because remember, he was cloaking his lizard form.
Yeah. Now he's gone full lizard. So after Shao Kahn was defeated, he was arrested by Quinn Sindel and Kitana, but during his capture, Shinnok invaded. He pledged allegiance to the fallen Elder God, hoping he could convince Shinnok to revive his near-extinct race. We ultimately learn that Reptile is a descendant of the dinosaurs, and in fact,
Sure.
it's his race that was wiped out the last time Raiden and Shinnok did battle.
So, 65 million years ago, Raiden wiped out the dinosaurs.
Yep.
So Raiden was a meteorite.
Pretty much.
Also,
Okay.
not a race. That's not what happened there.
The Zaterrans are like descendants of the dinosaurs. How does that work with him being from Outworld? Don't question it.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. Sure.
Are you happy to be
There's
back?
a lot of there's a lot of different race stuff happening, which I'm surprised by in this series.
We get quite geopolitical later, and it's
Yeah.
really interesting
It's
to
like
see like
enslaved peoples,
Yeah.
and an extinction of races.
like there is the potential if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, and the new game Mortal Kombat 1 tries to start doing this before it just falls apart. To do like a Game of Thrones style, deeply political backstabbing and chess moving storyline, just with fighting also happening. And they tried to do it, but But for now, no. Reptile descended the dinosaurs, and Raiden killed all of his people. And now Reptile is the last member of his race. He's the last one. We've also got on the side of Shinnok, Hanzo Hasashi, aka Scorpion.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you'd
Why?
think that Scorpion would be on the side of the good guys this game, seeing as Sub-Zero is. But after he was cast back to the Netherrealm, Quan Chi brainwashed and manipulated him again. He convinced him that the original Sub-Zero, Bi-Han, the OG, killed his clan, but the new Sub-Zero, Kuai Liang, killed his wife and child.
Oh, we've already done this.
Oh, get used to it. This
We've
is Scorpion,
already
baby.
done this.
Yeah, we did development, and then we decided
No.
we wanted things back to the status quo.
So Scorpion...
Fuck you, development.
He whirls through the battlefield hunting for Sub-Zero. Melina is also here, still raging that Kitana killed her back in Mortal Kombat 1. She's fueled by vengeance. She's been brought back to
I
life.
feel like in this world, when people come back as much as you can, I feel like you'd never be furious or raging about it. I think it's a sort of mild and a kind of like, oh, come on.
Again!
Come on.
Yeah.
Honestly, one more time, I'm telling you, I'm bloody sick of it.
Well, she's...
I feel like you made it seem like it's a lot harder for them to come back to life than it is.
It is, but Shinnok is the Lord of Death. He can bring people back to life whenever he wants.
And Raiden is also apparently Lord of Death. He can also bring people back to life whenever he
Yeah,
wants.
that one's a little bit funky.
And, I know it's too many God.
Well-
Wind Boy could probably do it too.
Hope you don't like people coming back to life, Chase. So, Noob Saibot joins her,
What? Oh,
the mysterious black
he got-
assassin.
He got
Texture.
makeover.
We can see him.
He got texture, and he also has a scythe now. Who is he? What's his deal?
Unrelated.
Ooh.
The fuck is this tree in the background?
That is one of those trees eat people. It's one of the stages. This
Of course. Fine, no
I
questions.
I forget the name. It's like the tree of faces or the forest of faces or something.
Of course, I shouldn't have asked.
You shouldn't have. So the scythe, Mortal Kombat 4 introduces weapons. That's the big change to the fighting style. You can get a weapon and hit someone with a club or something. Noob Saibot has a scythe. It's cool.
I still think that he's original Sub-Zero.
What's his deal? He's a mystery.
He's Ben Kenobi.
Then we have a new face. Reiko. Reiko is an ambitious warrior of Outworld. He flip-flops between allegiance to Shao Kahn and Shinnok, but seeing Shao Kahn weakened and defeated after Mortal Kombat 3, he's now joined Shinnok's invasion of the many realms. Reiko is not important, but he's certainly here.
He looks like Mads Mikkelsen in Thor: Love and Thunder.
For any wrestling fans listening along, this is Cody Rhodes as Stardust.
Or that.
So
I'll show you a picture in a minute.
I will put it up on screen now. There we go.
Wow, that sure was a wrestling photo.
That was a wrestling photo. Wrestling. Earth Realms warriors battle through Edenia, desperately trying to make it to Shinnok and Quan Chi. As always, it's our main boy Liu Kang who eventually confronts the big bads, but along the way some notable stuff happens. So first is... Sorry, Neil, do you have a picture of Cody Rhodes?
I can wait till he comes back up.
I don't think he will.
It's just for Chase, really.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, I absolutely see
I
it.
see it.
Yeah, that's
And
very
yes, he
Reiko.
was in a team with your favorite Gold
Dust.
at the time, yeah.
So here's some stuff that happens during the big fight. All of this happens in Edenia, should be clear, not Earthrealm. Everybody goes
Is
to
the
Edenia.
whole game in Edenia?
The whole game's in Edenia. All the locations and stuff are in Edenia. I think at a couple of points, maybe we like flash to the Netherrealm or whatever, but all the arenas are really
I was about to
in
say,
Edenia.
why does Edenia look like the Netherrealm?
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's a lot of
severed
fire and
heads.
skulls.
Oh, this is like the dungeon, which Shinnok has turned into his own little chamber.
There's walls full of severed heads. It's quite horrible.
Shinnok's been cleaving people in two, and he's just been using it to decorate his chamber.
Standard.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
He seemed so chill in the past couple games. He was just kind of chilling. He, would do a favor here and there. Why is he only now decided? Oh, okay, I'm done chilling.
He's wanted to forever, but don't forget that Lucifer was down there, and he had to usurp Lucifer first.
I thought he did that before any of these games.
Probably, yeah, but I don't know. He's
I
been
thought that
busy.
was like way in the past.
He's been scheming. Scheming takes a while, you know. You
does
gotta,
it now?
Yeah, you got to put time and effort into scheming.
Of course.
You don't scheme.
Mesquimely boy.
So all of this happens. During the fight, Kitana manages to escape capture and tries to unite the Centaurians, the Centaur race, and the Shokan, the four-armed dragon.
Never
people.
going to happen.
Shao Kahn divided us, she pleads, but now is the time to fight together. A humongous Shokan stoops down to her level. We will abide by your queen's wish for peace if the Centaurians return the eastern lowlands to us. Never! Motaro, leader of the Centaurians, replies. Motaro,
Has he recovered from broken legs?
from broken legs, yeah.
and broken balls.
I think
Yeah.
we added that bit.
Yeah, we'll come back to Motaro another day. I had a fun little fact for you, but I'm going to sit on it.
So he's basically like, no, we're not making a deal for our land.
He's like, Shao Kahn promises that land for serving him, so the land belongs to us now.
Don't make me ride, you horseman.
And that is when the Shokan warrior, Goro, leaps down from the
alive?
rafters. He's alive. Remember, he just went into hiding. He steps
I don't
between
remember
them.
that. Was a long time ago.
He threw a fit and ran off.
Threw a fit because he lost and he was upset. So now he's come back. So he jumps down from the rafters. He steps between the two factions, sucker punching both of their leaders, and with a thunderous voice announces his presence to the room. I've been in hiding for many years, ashamed of my defeat in Mortal Kombat. But now Shao Kahn is gone. I am back to take my father's place as leader of the Shokan. This war will end now. I will crush anyone who opposes me. Do any of you dare try? The Centaurians are confused. Goro is one of the Outworld's greatest warriors. He's terrifying, but his supposed death is what led to the war between Centaur and Shokan in the first place.
God damn
What
it.
does it mean if he's now alive? Motaro takes a beat and then bows. The war will end, he says. We will give up the eastern lowlands. Sometime later...
What?
Yeah, that's it. Goro just scares him enough to give in.
Because a coward came back.
God!
You're not wrong.
He's been hiding for 10 years because he lost. He was a little crybaby about it.
Yeah,
And he comes back and like, oh, damn. Strongest guy here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Doesn't speak well to the rest of them.
So, sometime later, Goro is ripping heads off demons in the Edenian Palace, having a grand old time in the midst of battle, when suddenly there's a whoosh overhead. Almost like... is that like a frisbee is flying by him?
Oh, no.
What?
It slices through the demons he's battling and embeds itself
How are
in the wall.
you? Did Raiden bring it back too?
Nicely.
It's a hat with a razor-sharp blade surrounding it. Kung Lao steps out of the shadows.
This game has no stakes. This series has no stakes.
Yeah.
Goro, he grins. I've come to challenge you.
Wait
Goro
a minute. They weren't even in game together.
No, they weren't. But remember...
Well, how does he know him?
Goro doesn't recognize Kung Lao, but he sees the face of the warrior's old ancestor. You might remember that Goro battled the great Kung Lao centuries ago, eventually killing him. It turns out that after Shao Kahn snapped his neck in Mortal Kombat 3, Kung Lao didn't in fact die, so we need to rescind that fatality.
Rescinded.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Rescinded.
Thank you. He survived in secret and went on to travel the world as a peaceful monk, believing that his death would serve as a great motivator for his friend Liu Kang.
Whilst his friend
What
mourns
an awful
every
thing
night.
to do to someone.
Terrible person.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, it was kind of like the logic was just kind of like, oh, you'll achieve your ultimate power
a
by
horrible
mourning me.
logic.
He's already the most powerful. He's won every single game.
Well, that peace didn't last long, and he was sucked back into combat when he heard that Shinnok was invading.
Sorry.
Goro nods stoically as Kung Lao approaches. Very well, he says. He flies into a berserker rage and launches himself at Kung Lao. Lao sidesteps him, whirls around, and crunches his fist hard into Goro's face. Is that your attempt at an assassination, Earthman? Goro grunts. I didn't come to kill you, Goro. This was simply a ceremonial strike of vengeance for the great Kung Lao's death. And with his work here completed, the two warriors shake hands as allies.
I like Goro, I've got to say. I mean, I know he spent 4 years in a cave reading poetry and crying. But, he's got something. He's come back, he's ended this war.
He's wearing nothing but a thong.
I killed your granddad, dap me up. You know?
Yeah, it's good. And a katana's present for this moment.
You're right, he's wearing nothing but a sort of sumo belt and quite a tight little number.
If I was built like Goro, I don't think I'd wear clothes.
And also the pink armor is here too.
That's the Edenian armor. That's the armor of the Edenian people. They wear pink.
It's made of bubblegum.
Sure.
You wouldn't be seeing that in Rivendell.
No.
Meanwhile,
Elrond would be having none of it.
No. Old homophobe.
Trunks. Jesus Christ.
I think it's actually he sticks to strict gender rules. So only men can become guards, but men have to wear blue.
Listen, welcome to Rivendell. Neutral tones only, please. Earth tones. Neutral tones.
Meanwhile, Scorpion tracks down Sub-Zero. The fight is long and hard, but Scorpion down left punches the Ice Warrior and defeats him. My soul and my vengeance are eternal, Sub-Zero.
Is this the first time Scorpion's ever won against him?
So Scorpion's like roaring and he's like, and he's like,
Kill my family.
pretty much, my soul and my vengeance are eternal, Sub-Zero. You will pay for the death of my family and clan. Now my soul can finally rest.
Is this the point? No, it won't. Is this the point now where Sub-Zero is going to never win again?
Pretty much, I think so, yeah.
Rip.
I don't remember when it happens, but there's a point where it's like it just becomes a bit comical that he keeps losing. My brother may have been responsible for your murder, Sub-Zero pants, but your family's killer remains free. Well, if you're not the murderer, who is? Scorpion growls. Quan Chi appears, cackling. I am the one you seek, he laughs.
Why is he outing himself?
Didn't he literally just put the thought back in his
all
brain?
this fucking work brainwashing him when he comes in and undoes it all because he wants to be extra.
Yeah.
Stupid magic Kratos.
To defeat my nemesis Sub-Zero, I needed the power of a spectre. You have done my bidding well, Scorpion, but now I must return you to the Nether Realm. And he starts to do spooky hands. Never! Scorpion roars and charges at Quan Chi, reversing his banishment spell and knocking him back into the deepest pits of the Nether Realm, where Quan Chi's powers are severely weakened.
Whilst he poses by the side.
Yeah.
Teehee, look at this man die. Teehee.
Yeah,
No! Quan Chi screams. For the next few years, Scorpion will chase, beat, and torture Quan Chi in the Netherrealm for what he did.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll pick back up with that another time. Katana makes
Far
it...
through this are we?
like over halfway, like a page left or something. Katana, why? Does this feel long to you?
No, I'm the opposite. The opposite.
I'm still. Our end goal is beating Shinron, right?
Shinnok. Fucking Shenron. Shinnok. And I already told you, Liu Kang's going to be him. Don't worry about that. We're focusing on this stuff. The big bad's not important.
I feel like he's not even much of a big bad.
Get on
Remind me what he's doing?
He's moved in. He's moved into the royal palace.
Yeah, but he's just in the basement.
I feel like done some light redecorating.
I feel like you could just pay a bit of rent. A couple of those 7 heads a month.
He doesn't seem that interested in anything else.
No. He just really wanted his own man cave.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, Katana makes it to the throne room and Melina approaches. Katana, she rasps. I want your status. I want to be Princess of Edenia. It is my right.
Why?
Because that's what she wants.
Then that makes it her right. She's a clone. That does not make her princess.
Whoa.
Well-
To any clones out there in the future listening to this is not reflective of the stance of the show.
Katana shouts back, and she's like, You are not my sister. You were born of Shang Tsung's sorcery for Shao Kahn. What right do you have to the throne? No, Melina cries. No! You will die, sister, and I will take this realm for myself.
I've got to say, I've actually heard her voice before. You're doing a pretty good
It's
job.
good Melina,
Yeah,
right?
it's good
pretty,
Melina.
yeah, that's exactly what she sounds like here. She's
strangled and
one of the few I can actually do. She pulls out her swords and charges Katana, but Katana kicks her back. Never, she shouts, and activates a trapdoor, dropping Melina into the dungeon. Bye-bye, Melina.
Pull the lever, Katana.
Is that Melina away?
Yeah, that's Melina away. And no, it's not. She's not dead. She just fell.
Peppa Pig.
Okay. No.
That's my non-fatal fatality.
They're out of the story, but they're not dead.
Yes, I'm really glad we got this.
Hey,
new
come on,
setup.
Monty, let's do this.
Got brutality.
Yeah, sorry.
Distracting us.
Page 6 of 8. All right. Not knowing that she's a traitor, Liu Kang finds Tanya in the Edenian palace and
I
saves
forgot she
her.
existed.
Yeah, me too. And I'm writing this. Not knowing that she's a traitor, Liu Kang finds her in the Edenian palace and saves her from a gang of demons. Thank goodness you found me, she gasps. Those awful demons were going to kill me. Follow me, Liu Kang. Raiden has asked that I lead you to him. She leads Liu Kang into the fighting pit at the base of the palace and locks the door behind her.
Well,
Tanya? What's going on? Tanya gives an evil screeching cackle. I don't know what Katana saw in you. Can't you see, Liu Kang? This is a trap. Whoosh! Shinnok appears, ready to do battle. Liu Kang cracks his knuckles and leaps forward with a flying kick. Shinnok deflects it, but he's no match for Earthrealm's warrior. Liu Kang summons a fireball and burns Shinnok alive, banishing him back to the Netherrealm.
Oh.
Dum. That shouldn't defeat Shinnok
Bye,
because
Chevron.
he's wearing the amulet that contains all of his power, but gasp! Oh, there he is. There he goes. And that's his face burned off.
It's an illusion.
Is getting flushed.
Yeah. Down the portal into the Netherrealm.
Oh, well, rip.
So, that shouldn't defeat him, but Quan Chi is a slimy little sleazeball. He didn't give Shinnok the real amulet, he gave Shinnok a duplicate. The real amulet of Shinnok is now stuck in the Netherrealm with a tortured Quan Chi. He had the amulet on him the whole time.
He gave Chevron the amulet.
The amulet. Good stuff. Shinnok explodes, and he spins through a vortex. When the dust settles, his forces retreat, and the good guys win. The end. Epilogue.
Okay.
So here we go. You ready to find out what's happening next?
Yeah.
This is where the real story is.
What?
A bunch of Shinnok's lieutenants like Tanya, Reptile, Reiko retreat to
I
Outworld.
fucking forgot any of those were in this game.
So did I.
Yeah.
So
Do you remember when we found out Reptile is a dinosaur?
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
Forgot that
2 years ago.
Why is so much happened in this game that none of it was consequential?
So a bunch of Shinnok's lieutenants like Tanya, Reptile, Reiko, they retreat to Outworld and pledge allegiance to Shao Kahn, who's still trying to regain his strength. Yeah, he's still
There's
weak.
just like 3 of them that you can bounce between, really, isn't
Pretty
there?
much, yeah.
As a upper ranked.
I'm still waiting for the fascist drum to come in and give us like a new villain.
Yeah.
I think we'll be waiting a while.
Order Realm and Chaos Realm are severely underused, put it that way. Like, majorly underused. We need more of that. But regardless.
Is it because Oblivion came out and did the Shivering Isles and everyone was like, oh, well, that's the best you could do that.
Probably, yeah. So Katana. Princess Katana asks Liu Kang to join her in Edenia so that one day they might rule it together. But Liu Kang reluctantly rejects her offer. He must remain in Earth Realm and protect it. So she basically comes and like proposes. And he's like, nah.
Oh.
Nah. Yep. Forever fated not to be together. Jax and Sonya Blade track Jarek into the mountains for some of the dumbest cutscenes in the whole series.
Again, forgot Jarek was in this game too.
No.
He looks like a Monster Hunter protagonist.
Yeah.
In their default skin.
It's over, Jarek. Shinnok is dead. The good guys won. You're coming with us. Never, Sonya. I agreed to help defeat Shinnok, not turn myself into special forces. He turns to flee, but Jax grabs him by the throat and holds him over the edge of the cliff.
Jeez.
Going somewhere, Jarek? Please, don't drop me. You can't. You have to uphold the law. You have to arrest me. This is brutality. Wrong, Jarek, Jax says.
Jax turns off his body cam.
Wrong, Jarek, Jax says. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
Fatality.
And he drops Jarek off the cliff.
Why?
Fatality.
Hasn't he just helped them save the universe?
No, he was kind of just being like a little mince, like the whole time, just getting in the way of things and just sliding
They do
into
it,
moments.
And they just take
Yeah.
him up a hill and drop him off
Yeah.
and kill him.
Works for Kano.
God damn.
I think that's such a badass line. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality. Sometime later, Sonya and Jax return to the home base of the Outer World Investigation Agency, where we see that they've retrieved the yellow cyborg ninja Cyrax. Yeah.
Helicopter hat.
You'll remember Cyrax was a reluctant cyborg who Sub-Zero reprogrammed during Shao Kahn's big invasion. Well, he sought out Sonya and Jax after Mortal Kombat 3, and they've been working to restore his memories. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Sonya asks. If anything goes wrong, we could lose you for good. I am sure. I must regain my human psyche, Cyrax replies. A countdown ensues.
God, this is amazing. It's just like Blade Runner.
A countdown ensues, and through some form of technobabble, the procedure is a success. I remember everything, Cyrax mutters. His mask opens up, revealing a black man with a cybernetic eye. He's still stuck in his metal body, but he's found free will again. I'm forever in your debt. I will not return to my Lin Kuei roots as an assassin. I will instead fight by your side, Sonya Blade and Jackson Briggs.
Hey.
So yay!
Is he still called Cyrax?
He still calls himself Cyrax. Cyrax was always his name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just an ironic name, really. Same as Sector. That was always his name.
But Smoke's still...
Smoke still, he's still a cyborg, if I remember rightly. Can't remember what happened to Smoke.
Cyrax is, I don't think it's spelled the same, but rather confusingly, the name of Daemon Targaryen's dragon, isn't it? In House of Dragon, yeah. Cyrax the Bloodworm.
Sub-Zero
I'd ignore that too.
returns to the Temple of the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero returns to the Temple of the Lin Kuei, only to find that Sector, the red cyborg, capitalized on Shinnok's attack and assassinated his father, the Lin Kuei Grand Master.
Oh, wow.
Told you he wasn't important. Yeah. Sub-Zero beats Sector back and the cyborg retreats, leaving him alone to pick up the pieces of a ravaged clan. Sub-Zero is now the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. His first order of business? Move their headquarters to the Arctic.
Where are they right now?
I don't know, some hills somewhere in the mountains. Yeah.
Right.
With Shinnok defeated, the Elder Gods
What?
summon Raiden up to the heavens. This is what the Elder Gods look like.
Oh,
Finally get to see
God.
them.
It's just a...
That's Chevron.
Yeah.
Folks, it's just a big
Shenron.
You say
face.
Shinron from Dragon Ball. Is that weird? Chevron's like a car manufacturer.
I'm trying to think of the big head from
They mean...
Power Rangers.
Oh,
don't remember.
Zardon.
Zordon. Yeah, Zordon.
Zordon.
Oh,
Yes, it's
not
very,
Chevron.
They're very Zordon coded. Yeah, there's lots of them. They're all kind of floating heads like this. So yeah, so they summon Raiden up to the heavens.
To tell me shit.
Raiden, they say, speaking as one. Prevailing against the forces of evil once again,
No.
you have earned your place among us.
Stop it.
With your ascension to the pantheon of elder gods, you must choose your successor as the protector of Earth.
No.
Raiden is now an elder
Are
god.
you gonna choose Wind Guy?
Raiden knows
No.
immediately who he will choose.
Oh, there's only one choice.
Sub-Zero.
Who's one choice?
The person who's saved the world 4 times on the trot.
yeah.
Sub-Zero.
In the Temple of the Elements, the god of wind, Fujin, meditates. Crack! A bolt of lightning flashes and Raiden appears.
But it won't really be him, will it? What's Fujin done?
He lost to Sub-Zero.
Furious!
Yeah, he lost to Sub-Zero and fell to Earth in a meteor. So Raiden's like, our battle with Shinnok's forces is over. I must move on to my new position as an Elder God. You must take my former position as Protector of Earthrealm.
Are we never seeing him again, please?
I knew this is where this would go. Fujin kneels. It would be my honor to succeed you. I will not fail. That is why I have chosen you, Raiden says. But I know what you're wondering. What about Johnny Cage? You know?
Oh my god, yeah.
Please tell me there's a new movie.
So Johnny Cage returns to Hollywood and makes his latest Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah!
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 4. Not only that, but he wins an Oscar for it.
What a Chad.
I'd like to thank my fans for sticking with me in my return to film, he says in his speech. The audience cheers. Woo, yeah, we love you,
Is he an
Johnny.
actor or a director or what is he?
He's everything, Chase. He is
Hollywood.
Hollywood. He's a triple threat. So they're like, well, we love you.
That's what that means.
And it doesn't matter, who cares? Johnny Cage, and he's like, yeah, I'm the best. And he goes, but enough of the mushy stuff. When am I gonna get a real challenge, huh? Seeing his ego on full display, the audience starts to boo. And we roll credits.
What? Is that the end?
Yeah, I've got one secret for you.
Right, go for
You
it.
ready? So, secret character. You ready for a secret character?
Is it the Gay Ranger again?
No, it's not. It's Meat.
Oh my god!
What?
This is Meat.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so Meat is a hidden playable character. He is a failed...
Playable?
Yep. He is a failed experiment by Shang Tsung and has escaped the sorcerer's flesh pits.
Shang Tsung isn't even in this game.
Folks, he's a sort of mutant that just sort of looks like a person without any skin, so it's all blood and muscle and bone.
But for as bloody as he is, incredibly clean, tidy whities.
Oh my god.
Very starchy white.
And that's enough about Meat. That's it. That's the end. That's the end.
Enough about meat.
Mortal Kombat Gold, complete. Did you like it?
I give that game a gold star.
And I don't. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. I really wish I had more for you because it's so silly, this one. But I will give you a bit of a hint of what's coming up. We have 5, 6, and 7 left to conclude phase 1 of Mortal Kombat.
Is it like a reboot after phase 1 or?
You will see. You will see. I'm not going to spoil. I really don't want to spoil because it's an interesting phase 1. 5, 6, and 7, whilst they're all individual stories, and as you could tell, they're clearly making this up as they go along. When you look at 5, 6, and 7, you really can see it as almost like a trilogy. There's there's one overarching thing happening here. It all kind of domino effects, and it's quite cool. We're out of the... I mean, it's still going to be as scattered as this. I'm still pulling stuff out of epilogues. It's still this.
Stellar.
But there's definitely more of a narrative component to 5, 6, and 7, which is quite exciting.
This is so much lore. Fucking
Yeah.
fighter game.
Yeah. Oh, it's just getting started. It starts getting real wild soon. Okay, we're going to say goodbye. And we will see you in the next one.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.